So Ronald Jones got signed to the Kansas City Chiefs this past week. It's a 1-year deal, maybe up to about $5 million, probably with incentives and bonuses and things like that. I like it. I like the signing. Clyde Edwards has underwhelmed his last 2 seasons. He's been decent. Obviously, last season he got injured, but he hasn't really been that stud running back that you would think when it came to the Kansas City offense that he would be able to be. Now, that saying that, do I think that Ronald Jones will be the lead horse in that backfield? Probably not. At least not at first. Do I think that Ronald Jones could take over the starting job? Yes, easily. Ronald Jones had some nice seasons back in 2019, 2020. 2020, he ranked number 20 in PPR and running backs. I mean, that's a low-end running back too. I mean, if Kansas City got that, I mean, that's where Clyde Edwards-Helaire was in his rookie year, and he went down last season. Obviously, the injury didn't help, but it seems like that's in Kansas City's offense that wouldn't be that good. It seems like it should be higher, you would think, with Kansas City's offense and what they could do, especially with getting leads. They should be able to milk the clock. Of course, that might have just been the philosophy with them and not wanting to run the ball a lot. And of course, their offensive line wasn't that great either. But I think Ronald Jones has a better chance of pushing Clyde Edwards and even taking him over. And so if you have him on your dynasty team, are you excited? Are you excited to see him in Kansas City? Will you think about starting him maybe now in a flex spot? Or are you going to use this to capitalize on other people's excitement? Hey, maybe I can get a draft pick for this guy mid-round this year, draft pick in a rookie draft, or maybe even next season, go for a 2. Why not? See if someone's crazy enough. Why wouldn't you? You never know. You just throw it out there, see what sticks sometimes. It also depends on your league, too. You might know the guys and, what they're doing in your league. But when it goes to drafting him, are you going to reach as well? Clyde Edwards-Helaire is probably going to get drafted higher up. Jones is going to be lower rounds, but will you reach for him? Will you go for him and say, well, I think that he can take over? Or are you one of those guys that step back? Myself personally, I think I would reach for him. I've always been kind of the guy that I see somebody who does what Ronald Jones has done in the past. Yeah, Fournette came in. That was kind of more Brady's guy. At least that's what the reports say. Now, so if Fournette is more of Brady's guy, was Ronald Jones, being in New England, I saw how Brady can just move on from a guy. Doesn't matter how talented he is if Brady doesn't trust him. So is Ronald Jones just caught like that? I mean, the guy's only 25 years old. He's on that verge of being, do you really want a 25-year-old running back? He's on that verge. I mean, if it was a wide receiver, hey, no problem. You'd reach for him all day long. But he hasn't had a great deal of games and, work under his belt. So he's still a fresh 25. And I think this is a good opportunity for him. He seems like he really wants to be there. Could just be the fact that nobody else wanted to go after him. And it could just be the fact that he really wants to prove himself. He feels like he got the short end of the deal in Tampa Bay, that Fournette is now a multi-year deal signing and he's been released. And so we'll see what happens. But I would be trying to not spend a lot of capital on him, but I would think I would try to get him as, my third, fourth, even fifth running back on my team. Yeah, why not? Go for a little speculation. The draft pick that you're going to pick, is he going to be that much better? And if he does do better, maybe you can flip him for a better pick. someone else is going to look at that. If Ronald Jones comes out and he has a fantastic 3 or 4 week stretch and you have him on your team, yeah, you go sell him. You sell him high because people are going to just think that's going to last, and it might. But you might be able to get back what you invested in him to get him.